Enogo agreed and followed ENE into the forest. They walked all night around the forest, but nothing happened because the spiritualist was held at the village square as demanded by ENE. ENE's return with Enogo shook the village to its core. All night, the villagers watched from behind the bamboo fences, clutching charms and whispering prayers as ENE and Enogo walked the paths between the forest and the stream. The forest, once feared and whispered about, stood quiet, the shadows retreating as if out of respect for the girl they once called cursed. When the pair returned at dawn, untouched and alive, the whispers began. Old mothers who had once spat in ENE's direction now muttered that maybe the gods had chosen her. Children who had been warned to stay away from her peered curiously from doorways. Even the old hunters lowered their heads when she passed, unsure of what power shielded her. ENE said nothing at first, only continuing her daily life, gathering firewood, fetching water, caring for herself in the same lonely corner of the village. But something had changed. At night, the cries that had haunted the village, voices of the dead, scratching of claws on rooftops, the wails that stole the breath from newborns, stopped. No one spoke openly about it, but they began to look at ENE differently. The girl they had called the child of misfortune now seemed like a shield between them and the darkness. But one person watched with seething fury, the spiritualist, the old herbalist who had ruled the villagers with fear for decades. It was he, hidden beneath the guise of the god's voice, who had brought suffering upon them. He was the spirit that haunted at night, who devoured souls and claimed them were sacrifices from the gods. He had killed ENE's parents, fearing the prophecy that the child born to them would one day destroy him. But she had survived. And now, the same village he kept in fear was beginning to revere her. That night, the spiritualist performed dark rites alone in his shrine, calling upon the old forest spirits to give him strength. He knew the only way to reclaim his hold was to destroy ENE completely.